Okay, let me check if everything is working properly, and we are gonna continue with Gor-Rok. We are not exactly close, we're missing a lot of settlements, but if we manage to get the confederations going, then we probably okay. Although I have a feeling the confederations are not gonna happen, so we're gonna have to go to war with both of them, which is gonna skyrocket the campaign to at least 100. Again, it is annoying that this is happening, but oh well, nothing I can do about that. Now, the economy system so far, it's not great. It's not great. There has been nerfs. The only good thing, and that is partially good, is the way you get the blessed units. But other than that, I can't say I enjoy the changes that much. So you move like that, you move like that. We have war with Morathi, by the way. That's why I'm going up like this. I do want you to be on the side of things, yes. Even though it's longer to go through, I am gonna replenish. Or at least I'm not gonna get attrition. I think I'm gonna replenish as well. No, actually this is contested. Yeah, I was hoping... yeah, we don't have defensive alliance with him, that's why, okay. So we don't have anything with Mundi. Let me just level up everyone. We are not gonna do that. I was giving everything to the Genuine. I'm trying to proc a confederation with him. He's going to 194. Maybe we have a chance. Mundi, he's recovering way too fast, so probably he's not gonna be able to be confederated. Let me skip that again. Now, I did want to invest on my cities. That was probably the best choice and not throw that much money into Sotek, into Tahenoin, but well, not much I can do right now. I took the decisions and I'm going with it. This is gonna be in 2 turns, so this army is gonna be finishing soon enough. And let's continue. Now, the High Elves should be friendly. We do have trade with Alariel at least. She doesn't like the fact that Mundi exists. But we don't have anything with Mundi. If they end up going to war, maybe we can grab him, like maybe we can confederate him very quickly. And then we're gonna have to go to war with High Elves, but that's fine. I also saw something relatively nice, if I'm not mistaken. He still have trade with Oxiotl, which means down here this is either Teklis or Oxiotl is just keeping Kairos back, which is a nice thing, not gonna lie. Now I'm gonna give this turn as well. This is the last turn. He's gonna go above 150. I hope this is gonna be enough. Do you care about joining this war? He doesn't care that much. You can go up there. This is a different province. I'm not gonna touch that. We can upgrade some gold buildings. Thank you. See if we can attack through there. Also forgot to check her strength. Her strength is lower than mine. That is crazy. Though I do have a lot of strength, so I don't know. But this area should be safe for me to move through. This is shared. Do we replenish on shared territory? This is contested, no. Okay, next turn we're gonna level up, like recruit the missing units on Gor-Rok, and we're gonna send more armies up here. What else? What else? I think we have... wait, we can get a lightning strike before we finish with him. $15K, okay, that's a lot. Please confederate next turn. I'm gonna keep the goal to make tier 5. If we have enough gold to... I need to make tier 5 Itza. Plus I need to make tier 5 Voixel, but that's gonna take a while, isn't it? So let's boost it a little bit. I see a Lariel. She's trying to do something. He didn't even go above 150, damn it. Okay, this is Morathe. We're gonna try to set an ambush over here. It also gave me an idea. I'm probably gonna take this thing. This is tier 4 and tier 5, and we're gonna get tier 4 settlement garrisons. Yeah, we're gonna get tier 4 settlements. So maybe we're gonna go for that one. How many turns is this? This is 11 turns. Let's get the movement. We have enough casualty replenishment. I do like the reinforcement range, but I think I'm gonna go for this one. Because this is full red, and if we get this on tier 4, which we will, it basically will negate all the negatives, so... That is something I definitely want. You... 6 of them, why not? I like that. I like that. Three turns for one more. So you recruit this, and the other one is gonna be the blessed one. Love that. No, we don't have enough. Again, I'm gonna keep it just so we can build this next turn. Oh, maybe we can invest a little bit. Yeah, the extra one is gonna be the landmark. Do I want this? Income from post-battle. This one stacks and it stacks nicely. But this is income from all buildings. Yeah, you can no longer build the star chamber on the small area, on the small settlement. That is a big nerf. I think I'm gonna go with this just because. Now, what else do we have over here? We do have a landmark. Yeah, I end up wasting all the gold, but that's fine. We have 4 armies up there, and Gor-Rok is the 5th. Perfect. We've seen Tyrion.
Children of the old ones, what do you wish to discuss? This will please.
Twin
Protector of Oath One.
What would you ask of the most astute?
You may approach.
Itching. You meet with the emissaries of a demigod.
With grace! Asur Princess, what would you have of the Phoenix?
Gladly.
The Sisters of Twilight!
Much better. I wanna see what's happening with Mundi. Is he at war with Alariel? Because he does hate me because of that. Like, he hates the treaties I have with Mundi.
When do we...
I can't believe you. I can't believe you, seriously, I can't believe you.
Defender of the Phoenix Throne.
Foolish request.
You will never be safe.
Now the funny thing is, if we had gone for Mundi, there is a very high chance we could have confederated him like that. I have a feeling even if we do this, he's not gonna be able to confederate. Because he doesn't have enemies, that's his biggest problem. He doesn't have enemies. I'm gonna make him join that war, but I highly doubt it's gonna change anything. What is Mundi fighting? Mundi has trade with the High Elves, that's great, and he does fight Morathe. Okay, you're gonna need that on 2 turns, which means you come up. Now, all of this is pointless, damn it. The small gifts that we get is... there's nothing for Kings and Croxigors. You can say that Kings and Croxigors are already way too broken, yes. But, come on. I don't want to play with the rest. They're not nice. It is nice if you're playing with Krogar. I think you have to go with a lot of beasts with Krogar. Even not Oxyotl, even Tacheno, no, Tic-Tac-Toe. Even Tic-Tac-Toe can play with a lot of beasts. Actually, Tic-Tac-Toe will play with a lot of beasts because you do need the Quattles. He does buff them quite a bit, especially in his army. He can make them very, very cheap, so... Tic-Tac-Toe naturally ends up with beasts. Which is nice, it is fitting, I think. Oh, they retreated. They are retreating. I just need to stay ahead of Alariel, yeah. Because she's gonna confederate a lot of stuff. She's gonna occupy a lot of stuff. She's here to stay, specifically. I'm gonna move up with one called Vengeance. Ooh, that is amazing. Thank you. My movement speed right now is insane, by the way. Everybody has an oracle in them, and we have even the technology for the movement. Oh my god, yeah, that is insane. That is insane. Can we confederate by any chance? 0.9. Wait, we might have a chance. This is on next turn, so I'm gonna get... Yeah, I'm gonna get a Croxigor because he has the biggest one. I cannot recruit that many. Minus 0.2. We need some gold. That is 1 gold. What are you fighting?
Lizard man, we have much to discuss.
What if I join this war? Yeah, I just need silver. I need gold right now. We need to recruit stuff. We might have a chance to confederate him. Those two are very nice. Can we get anything more? Nope. What about now? There you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. Nice, 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 nice. Province secured. Thank you. We did spend a lot of gold for that, but it was definitely worth it. You are gone. Perfect. The same as pretty much everyone else. I'm not gonna keep any of these armies. Not even the heroes. Especially not the lords. Actually, we can check the lords before we disband them. I did disband the Croxigor. The Croxigor is the same. He just have like some small bonuses for Croxigors. Which is nice. If you're playing with Croxigors, it is a nice alternative to what I'm doing, but I just prefer having stronger skinks than stronger Croxigors. Because Croxigors are already strong enough by themselves. So you do get the Honor Elder that Gor-Rok has. This is nice, and then you have the blessings. Again, if you're playing with beasts, this is amazing. This is the lord you want if you want to play with beasts. Minus 20, it is a must. This, I prefer the skinks. If you want to go for something like this, I'd rather go with skinks and get this one, for example. And then for the last one, either get the Cav if you're playing with Cav, or again, get the lords. Like, this is very nice buff. I don't really prefer the... we have some Croxigors. Yeah, I don't really prefer these lords. They're not that great. Only if you're playing with beasts. If you're playing with beasts, I accept them. They are nice. Although, there is a debate about Slans. Slans don't have these buffs, but they do have healing on themselves. Now, we do have the oracles, so it's kind of give or take. Oracles are now also faster to take, so you don't really need it that much. Now, the ambush success chance plus 20, this is nice. Like, if you're playing again with Krogar, I would probably go for either the beast if you're going beast armies, or for this if you're going like mixed armies, even if you have Soros. This is a nice upkeep Soros for Soros, but you're not going to have an army full of Soros, so that is kind of pointless in my opinion. So unless you're going beasts, I would take this one, because 20% ambush success chance is amazing. This is not really that much worth it, but that is only for Krogar. With anyone else, I don't think I would touch that. This is nice if you can recruit them on a high level. Only Krogar can do that, by the way. So let's start disbanding all of them. The Croxigors are the same. They don't have the buffs, but they have small bonuses for Croxigors. They have 10% physical resistance and weapon strength and melee attack. I would probably go for this one. You want your Croxigors to be dishing out damage. They're not gonna be unbreakable or super tanky even with 10% physical resistance, plus there is magic attacks. So I don't know, you do you. I would probably go for the weapon damage, even though again I'd rather have better skinks because it is a lot better. It's not just better, it's a lot better. This is speed, missile resistance, melee defense, missile strength, leadership. This makes skinks disgusting on the battlefield. But yeah, you do you, I do me. Tahenoin is alive and well. We're probably gonna... Yeah, nah. The Soros Orbloods, I don't recruit them because they don't give anything great. They do have a minor blessing again. The only good thing is the Honor Elder. You can, by the way, if you want to recruit them, if you're playing with more Soros instead of Skinks, because if you're not playing with Skinks and Croxigors and you're playing with Soros, and I would go, if I have to go with something, I would go with Soros and Lizardmen and Salamanders. Sorry, they do go very well with each other. Like Soros just keep like a nice front line. Soros keep a nice front line, and they just slowly disintegrate everything. Doesn't matter if it is a single target or like infantry or whatever. They have like flammable attacks. The blessed one has one immolation thing, I say. More HP and immolation. What the hell is the immolation thingy? Weaken to fire plus 20%. Affect enemies in range on 55 range. But that's 1/3 of your missile range. I mean, it's not bad. You can send a few of them in. Like, actually, you can probably send the blessed ones in and have the other ones just shoot from range, because they're not very good combatants. 36 melee defense on such a large entity, it's not gonna stay alive for long. But yeah, one reason you wanna keep them is because of the Honor Elder. That is +1 control on all of your provinces. Although I would argue now we do get control. So I don't know. This is only for this character. This is selfish. It does buff again Soros if you're playing with Soros. So if you're playing with Soros, you do have very nice things for Soros. Although I'm not gonna keep him. I'm not gonna play with him. Genuine, you definitely need to be resetted. Thank you. What the hell is this army doing in the middle of the sea? You gave me an idea for this sea. We have 7, wait. 2, 4, C, 5, 2, 4, 6. Where is the 7? Ooh, Kairos is alive, damn it, and I saw him. Ah, 7. Now everything needs a little bit of a touch-up. Perfect. Again, I'm gonna occupy with him because I wanna stay ahead of Alariel. There is a chance there is an army over here. They did had one. I don't know how far it went. Maybe it's running to the Ice Rock. Oh, there you go. Yeah, this army has 0 chance of doing any damage to me. Let me see if there is an army up there. There is not, so you occupy that. Thank you. I should have gone for the other one.
This will fail. No.
Yeah, this is a little bit more than a full stack. I'm heavily damaged. Although, with all the gold we just took, I'm just gonna start implementing it all to Mundi. Actually, can we take something like that? I know he's weak right now, but he's not gonna be in 5 turns. That's the problem. So we have to push as quickly as we can. This is gone, this is gone. This is nice. This is nice, this is nice. Yeah, I have a feeling this might be dead. Even if we play that, we probably gonna struggle unless they have like crappy armies. If they have proper armies, we're gonna struggle a lot. Take the beast one even though I'm not gonna use that and go on auto. Wait, this is on 9. Next turn it's gonna be on 8. Let me see how much we can gain from this. It's not a lot. You get like +8. +15 on max. On max it is a lot. One more reason to boost this one. And you want war. And they attacked. Although they are damaged. Let's go. Ooh. And the big army is the reinforcements. Okay, okay, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. We have that. We have that. I believe that. I believe that we have that. This is way too nice. You are gonna come from above, the same as you. You are gonna go from below. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is over here, and everybody's gonna move closer to that. Thank you. Yeah, they're gonna try to defend themselves. Man, what the hell are they doing? 30 more seconds. Okay, you can come closer. Ooh, they have Dark Conduit, don't they? Yep, we are destroying their lords like their candies. So that is nice. Please destroy the Manticore as well. You two should be able to take that. Drop a heal and move on. Yep, we obliterate them. Everything seems kinda okay. We do struggle a little bit. Oh, that's 11, right? Yep. We do struggle a little bit with the chameleons, but I think all of them are there. No, I think I lost one. Yeah, I think I lost one. Damn it. Ooh, I think we lost more than one. Oh, damn it, we lost a blessed. Yeah. Well, we can take it back. Actually, no, we can take it back. We can take it back. That's fine, that's fine. I think we have a lot of stock up. Yeah, we lost 2 of them. One of them was blessed. But again, I do believe we're fine. Druki Destroyer. Now Gor-Rok is gonna come all the way down here to protect this, and we also need the capes. Somehow... You still alive, but you're not gonna last for long, are you? We have only one. Ah, we get another one in 3 turns, so let me get a blessed one and we're gonna change a normal one. Again, disgusting replenishment. We have military access, we do. Perfect. So don't mind if I do something like this. And we're gonna take those 2 next turn. What is their strength? Almost non-existent. This is going to rebel 100%.
Should we kill them, sister?
No, 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 don't kill me. Can this one reach? Maybe. Yeah, actually this one can reach if I don't have that. Yeah, it is more happy with the dark shards. Oh my god, what are you doing with an army like that?
I have no time, so
And this was your strength. Wow. Okay, I wanna check. -6. This is gonna rebel in 4 turns. This is gonna rebel in 3. So I'm gonna go over here. Leave it to rebel in 2. Actually, I'm gonna switch into this one. Just so I can take down the rebellion. I'm gonna take down the rebellion and I'm gonna run for the ancient city. Now, let me repair this one. We're gonna stop the income from here just to make it, you know, rebel later. We definitely need that. Definitely need that one. Yeah, this is gonna be amazing when we have the research. The research is on 7. We won another turn, by the way. Nice. Just wanna see what is on the other side, okay? I think this is trash. Yep. How are we doing on heroes? 9, 5, and 5. Capacity for King Priest, and this is capacity for oracles, yeah. Do I need any of that? Probably not. Although I do need an army to go up against that. And we are gonna start recruiting here immediately. We can get Croxigors, we can get Skinks. Yep. It's gonna be his army. Do I drop the Dread Saurians in? Although to be fair, probably I should go the other way around. Because again, in 7 turns, we're not gonna have a penalty. So we're gonna have Gor-Rok and Ashenoin going up against Kairos. Oh, I forgot to give gold to Mundi. Damn it. Yeah, we need him above 100 at least by the time we're done with the Confederation. And that's in like 3 turns. Hello. No. Please don't lose anything. Damn it, why? Let's go in. Now, we could try and take Oxyotl. I'm pretty sure he's willing to be confederated the second we're done. But there's a problem. As much as I like Oxyotl and his armies, he's definitely something that you need on a faction. You don't really need Mundi as a leader. Like, Oxyotl gives so much more. Even if he doesn't give anything to his faction, I don't remember if he gives anything to his faction. He does give stuff for his faction, you know, like he gets for... It does give stuff to the faction, but only for his faction. Like, his unique faction mechanics is what I'm trying to say. But even without that, Oxyotl is buffing skins. So just having him is... It is just a plus. Just take him. Let's drop a heal over here and you go in. But yeah, overall Oxyotl is a much more desired lord than Mundi. The only reason I want to take Mundi right now is because he has a lot more settlements, and he has settlements that we need in order to have campaign victory. So it is gonna help on the long run. Actually, it's gonna help the campaign going to a finish. Which might make... Actually... we might finish the campaign before Kairos have a chance to come up for us if we manage to confederate Mundi. Like, everything just hangs on Mundi right now. I am having armies down there getting ready for Mundi, so I'm not really that much worried. Did we save them? We did save them. Perfect. You destroy everything in front of you. And I forgot how amazing it is to play with the Lizardmen. Okay, this is gonna rebel next turn. Look at these range. Oh, loving it. Loving it. I'm gonna take it, why not? He's gonna die, but again, I don't care. I'd rather have them gold to throw into Mundi's face, because he is really a pushover right now. He's going to 137. I wanna push him above 100 at least before the Confederation is over. And that is on 3 turns, so... Yay. You stay there. You two played. I have... Yeah, that one played. You are coming down here in lightning speed. And we keep recruiting. 1, 2... And since we have them... Yeah, he's probably going to die. I know we can confederate him, but again, I do wanna finish the campaign with Mundi. I think the second we confederate Mundi, we might even have like campaign victory, or we're gonna be missing the capes. But with the capes, we can take military alliance. So I think we have to, yeah, vassal or military alliance. So we're only missing 1, 2, and 3. Plus, we're gonna get a lot more settlements from Mundi. At least military alliance with Mundi is a must. Now, since I said military alliance, how are the capes doing? I am gonna try to take military alliance with them as well. Otherwise, we're just gonna destroy them immediately. Because we're only 4 settlements away. And... Thank you. Yeah, and we're gonna take them. It is 1, 2, 3 next turn. Plus military alliances. So we can finish this on turn 62. And it was a very fast campaign. If it finishes. Imminent rebellion, yeah, I was waiting for that. Although the amount of gold we're making, it is not even close. Not even close. Like, I seriously cannot even compare to what we should be making on this time of this part of the campaign. Non-aggression, fine. I have everything I want. A rebellion happened. Wow. Another rebellion is imminent. Okay, you run on this. Where is the other rebellion? Ooh, please don't attack that immediately. Please give me a turn to go there. To see her. She's very close every time. She just wants to destroy Morathi, but I'm not gonna let her. Okay, now you. This is tier 2. Okay, we definitely need that.
Everqueen.
the only faction I know and I cannot take trade with is Malekith. Oh boy. This is on 2. Oh boy. What are the capes? Where are the capes? The capes. I'm gonna give them like a couple of them. Just because I want them above 50 to take the military alliance most likely. You have everything, don't you? Can I stop that somehow? Probably I can. Ah, yeah, of course I can. This is upkeep and casualty replenishment, but you get the +2 control. I think we also got this one. Yeah, so we should have already +4. Just by him existing. So I'm not gonna take this one. This is too much. If you're playing with Tachenoin, you're gonna go this line because you definitely want the global recruitment and the local recruitment capacity, plus the sacrifices. The sacrifices per turn is very nice. But I think I'm just gonna go like this. Oh, wait, they changed that. Sacrificial offerings gained post-battle. This is selfish, but... I like this way more when he's getting confederated. Now again, the global control, it is nice, but he already gives more than enough. Again, the global recruitment also is nice, but again, not really necessary right now. So he has all of that, he has all of that, and he's gonna get all of this, this and this. And we're gonna finish them off like this. And I forget we need heroes, don't we? Do we have an oracle for him? We do not. We don't even have a skink priest. Again, 2 turns to see what Mundi is gonna do. At least give me military alliance. But he's not fighting anything right now, that's the problem. Oh, I did an oopsie. There was a chance this one could actually make it up there. Oh, I forgot. Really? Why didn't the global bonuses apply from Tachenoin? Why am I getting annoyed right now? So kind of you to start a rebellion on the side. Okay, next turn Mundi hopefully will be confederated, but that's just hopes. Hopes and dreams.
Nerves of it. Peace. Greetings, esteemed ally. The Phoenix King. The day of awakening.
All that day. Oh wait, somebody wanted that, no? Hello there. What are we missing? What are we missing? No. Oh, why do I want to get ugly boys now? We're missing a spellcaster effectively. Yeah, we're missing 2 heroes. Did I give this to Gor-Rok? Yep, and we're gonna play Def down there until victory. This is nice only for tic-tac-toe, and tic-tac-toe cannot get it, so nope. He doesn't like the gift. Although he's not that much phased. Yeah, gift is -6, so he doesn't like it, but it's not like they super hate it. Now I just want everybody to replenish, so I guess just chill. Oh, hello there.
Do the reptiles come to plead with me? Is that part of their great plan?
Yeah, the evil factions won. So there's no Nakai over here. At least I tried. Oh boy, at the very least I tried. At the very least I tried. No, defensive alliance is too much with Hatep, too much. Not really needed. I can't believe you, I can't believe you, I can't believe you, I seriously can't. Yeah, if he goes above 50, there is a chance we can confederate him. So you go down to Tyrant Peaks. Why are we getting attrition over there? Recent events. That piece of shit. That piece of shit that's called Kairos. Okay, you are definitely not needed, so you run down. And in 3 turns, this one is gonna be safe as well. So let me invest in it a little bit more.
It is heartening to see a friendly face in these turbulent times.
Yeah, I have a feeling we can take non-aggression military alliance with them. The only problem is gonna be, again, Mundi. It does go up by a lot. I highly doubt he's gonna be confederated. At least military alliance. At least. I don't wanna go again to 100 plus 10s just because Mundi doesn't wanna give military alliance. Please, game, please.
Lady.
No.
Hoi! Greetings, esteemed. Let this be.
No, we're going for the victory. So you're gonna grab the Isle of Crimson Skull. And then we're also gonna confederate him. And that should be victory. Province secured, confederation, and long victory achieved on 1064. That was amazing, not gonna lie. We went crazy. We went crazy. That was amazing. I love that. I really love these army compositions. Like, it is nice. I also like the blessed units, the new mechanic for blessed units. It is nice. It gives a reason for these rights to exist. I don't really like the landlords. Let me recruit one of them just to show that they don't really have anything special. Now, the second generation Slan, it is an intense spellcaster. Plus 40 just by existing. You have Winds of Magic most likely all the time. Winds of Magic power reserve capacity plus 25. And miscast base chance minus 100. You can just double cast. That's it. The barrier is nice, but the problem with these lords is that they don't offer anything unique inside. This is more barrier, this is more miscast, even though they have minus 100 blood. But anyways, this is nothing. This is regenerations for them and wound recovery. Yes, they do get a banishment. This is capacity, but they don't give anything to the faction is where I'm going with. They don't give anything even to their army. There are spellcasters, there are healers, but again, I'd rather have an Oracle with Earthblood and Lifeblood. Yep, they do have Earthblood plus Lifeblood plus Wild Heart. If you want healing on your, big thingies, I wouldn't just take them like that. I just confederated the Oxiotl. I was like, what the hell? Is Oxiotl available? Probably not. Yeah, he's not. That's in 4 turns. Long victory gives us hero recruit rank plus 10. That is actually insane. That is something that you really want. Although, to be fair, that used to be useless, especially for the lizardmen, because we used to be able to build the star chamber on the small settlements. Now, if you can build star chambers on the smaller settlements, then Slans become a powerhouse, because that is plus 3 recruit rank for Slans and plus 2 for heroes. Now, even though Slans don't give anything to their army, having a lord that is immediately Where the hell did I recruit the Slan? Having a Lord recruited on max level, it's gonna have all the blue line, all the red line, spell casting, an extra bounce spell, and barrier, and all of that immediately. Like, this is what made them like a powerhouse. Now, I'm not really fond of them, even though I do like the Lore of Life. You cannot get that with the Lizardmen. I really like that. Like, the Dwellers Below is an amazing spell. Earthblood is an amazing spell. The passive is amazing. Regrowth, I would usually go for Dwellers Below. I don't get Regrowth, but you can take Regrowth. It's not a bad one. It just fully heals something. Like, it's not bad, but you're gonna have problems with healing cap. Although you don't want to cast that on the same target twice, but sure. Like, that's my problem with the Slans. If we were able to build, again, Star Chambers on the smaller settlements, the field changes entirely. Like, the point of view changes entirely, because you're not looking at Slans as just a Lord. You're looking at Slans as a Lord that can be recruited on rank 40. And it can be recruited fairly quickly, because over here, for example, let's see how many we should have. Like, we should have at least 2. You don't build the lodestones, you build the Star Chambers. It is 5 instead of, 8, but you can make that sacrifice in order to have like a powerful Lord. This is -10 diplomacy with demons, casualties suffered from chaos attrition, melee attack, and ward save, and 20% diplomatic relationship with Lizardmen. We didn't build that. It also takes 10 turns while we have like this, -2. Wow. It is a nice one. It is a very good one, because that's exactly what we're going to be fighting from now on. If you are going to continue the campaign, actually you fight a little bit of Darkness as well. Like, it is Warriors of Chaos, Demons of Chaos, Chaos Dwarves, and Norska and Beastmen. Well, for the most part, yeah, we're gonna go down here and just start beating Kairos. I don't know what else we're gonna fight. Overall, it is much faster than before. I have to say this. It is much faster than before, although I do believe it is much faster because Mundi was better than before. I do want to go back and check my older streams, my previous streams I did with Gor-Rok, as I have a feeling on the turn we are in right now, the amount of gold we're making is not even close to what we used to. Let me just quickly do Gor-Rok. Yeah, let me quickly go to the campaign and check some stuff. I'm gonna open like the old stream. It is on the channel if you wanna see that. I did have some problems with the encoder back then. The old graphics that I had was not that great. So just in a point of reference, I know we went on much more turns, but I do believe because we had to destroy Kairos, I think Tachenoin dragged us into a war with Kairos. And we also had problems with Mundi. He didn't want to do anything. Okay, this is on turn 82. We are on turn 64. Wow. So let's go back. This is on turn 63. Okay, that's a good one. So on turn 63... Actually, let me drop that on the second screen so I can see that. So on turn 63, I had 15k income, but I haven't confederated anyone. I haven't confederated Tachenoin. I was missing these settlements. I think the settlements below from the Turtle Isle. I think this is the desert. Yeah, I was missing the whole desert. So we were making roughly the same, but what I want to say is the armies we were missing. Because that campaign this campaign that we're playing right here went much smoother than the old one. I do remember that. But I have a feeling it's not because... what was it? It's not because of the changes, it's because of how the AI decided to, play. Oh wow, I just opened the hero tab. Wait, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Although they're not a full stack. So I do have 5 armies, but it's not a full stack. Then again, I do believe I'm much further behind. Now we do have 8 armies and we do have that. But the campaign went much better. Again, I don't know how I feel about the changes. There are things... Ah, wait, I can probably check that. Let me check how much Itza was making. I think I clicked on Itza at some point. Or did I click on the army that is on Itza? Yeah, I think I clicked on the army. Ah, I have a feeling I even lost Itza at some point, didn't I, on that campaign? I had way too many heroes for whatever reason. What I was doing, I was trying to do like a hero doomstack. No, I know probably a hero doomstack is amazing. If you can do that, do that. It is amazing. Let me fast forward a little bit just to say. Okay, Itza is not tier 5, and it was making 3.8k. Now we're making 4.4, but Itza was tier 4. Everything was tier 4. Although technically this is tier 4 as well. Yeah, but I don't have this one. So that's 8%. And I also don't have the tier 5, which is like 100 more gold. No, it seems like the end game it is actually buffed. Okay, I don't want to sit on them. The end game seems like it's actually buffed. This is a lot of gold. Let me... Oh, wow. I was like, what the hell was that on the screen? Why everything went white? I just pressed space. Let me see if I can check the average income of the income buildings. No, I won't do that, will I? Yeah, I wanted to check the on Itza, but I didn't stop at all. Well, that makes sense. Why would the hell would I stop? Damn it, and I moved my mouse. Like, there is the income building over here, and I move my mouse like that. I just go above it. I don't have even a split second that disappears. Okay. Probably the end game, it is buffed. Although, again, back to the conversation I was having. Yes, you do lose this. I probably didn't have that on 1060. There's no way you could have that on 1060. This technology existed on the old one, like on the previous tech tree, but it was, I think, either 200 or 300, so it was much more. So I definitely didn't have that. I definitely didn't have all that many buffs on all of my units. So you get stronger, quicker, especially if you go with something like this, the alignment of monuments. They are playable, they're not unplayable by in any means, but the biggest gripe I have, the whole point of the change, like the whole reason they changed that was because of the early game. They were like, the Lizardmen economy is getting online or something like that. It is very strong, but it works only on the late game. That implied that the early game had problems, and they even created more problems. That is my biggest gripe with that, because early game, this on tier 1, it was giving 200 gold, now it is giving 150. So every settlement we have with tier 1 income industry building, like the Skink Favelas, it has 50 less gold. This is big for early game. Not so much for the late game, especially if you get your cities online like quick and you have that big income coming in, because now it is for 50, it used to be for 100. I give them that. Late game, it is more powerful. We do get more gold on late game, especially now that this is tier 4, because you get another level. We used to be able to build that only on the smaller settlements, only on tier 3, and it was 4% if I'm not mistaken. And now you get 4, 8, and 12, but you can get the 8 on the smaller settlement. So you get extra gold from this one. You do get extra gold from these ones now. But my biggest gripe is, going back to the beginning, we were supposed to be fixing the early game, not the late game. The late game was fine. We were making gold on the late game. The biggest problem was the early game, not the late game. Early game was the problem. Early game. And we nerfed it flat everywhere. This used to be 300. This used to be 200. And I think they went and gave some other things. Not, I think wood was 100. No. Yeah, I do think wood was 100. I also think, yeah, this didn't have any. I think dyes is what got buffed. I think dyes didn't give us anything, and now they give gold. That's what they did, like things like that. But this is like a couple of resources. You're not gonna use them. You're not gonna see that. Getting 50 gold by a random die on the map that you might take on 1040 is not gonna be the same as losing 50 gold on every settlement just from the get-go. Like, this is too bad. I have a feeling this needs to go back to 200. We were okay. The Warhammer 3 scene is not that difficult compared to Warhammer 2. So it is okay. It is okay for things to be nerfed. Although, why do that? Why do that? I did play a lot with the spawns. We do have a lot of blessed units in our army. I never used to have that, like blessed units in my army. I usually had like a couple of them and that's it. But now pretty much every army has a blessed unit. Holy. Yeah, pretty much every army I made has a blessed unit inside. That is nice. That is nice. That is a change I like. I did play a lot with them. It is nice to have like a better version of your units. They're not that insane, by the way. Some of them are whatever. The Croxigors are nice. They do have 360 missile block, and that is Silver Shield. That is very nice. Overall, is anything game changing? No. Like, even the late game, I want to pause a second here. Even the late game is probably not the same. Like, it's probably nerfed. And what I mean by that is, where we winning is on the mid game, not on the late game. Because on the late game of the previous setup of the Lizardmen, yes, this was 400, but this alignment was 25%. And I have a feeling some technologies like this had 15 instead of 10. There is probably another one that gives some gold somewhere. This was obviously 200 or 300, I don't remember. I think trade tariffs were the same. And we had, I think, 15 from the income, but we didn't have one of them. And maybe the post battle was 10. I don't remember. We did have one more 10. So we're missing a little bit of gold. And again, this being 15 is a big difference. But as you can see, we won fairly quickly. So it didn't come online, which is a change I'm not that against. Like, if you max out Itza, let's say we max everything out, everything. Like, you max the geomantic web, you max the buildings, you max everything. I still believe the previous Lizardmen would make more gold. They was making, yeah. I think they were making more gold than if we max Itza right now. Especially if we go back to Warhammer 2, because on Warhammer 2, Itza was giving like 100% income flat from the entire set, from the whole province, and 50% extra for all the province around. That was something I loved. It made settlements like Itza and Hexoatl like landmarks for the Lizardmen, like things that you wanna go there. It doesn't matter if the actual landmarks are bad. The city itself is so good, you really wanna go there. It was making them unique. It was making them powerful. It was making them wantable. Like, you want to go and take Itza, because right now, I mean, yes, it is nice to get Itza. No, not gonna lie. It is a nice city. It has, I think, it has extra slots. But it's not that insane city, you know, that it's gonna buff your entire economy by crap ton. It is nice to have it, though. It is definitely nice to have it. I still a little bit mad that the early game got nerfed a little bit, but it seems like the mid game got so much more powerful, because you can get this very, very quickly. Like, we get most of the things before turn 70, and this is where the faction really comes online. On turn 50 to 70 is where the factions really shine for the most part, this is where you want your faction to be strong, effectively, because this is gonna decide what's gonna happen for the end game. If you're gonna go to 100 turns, if you're gonna go to 150 turns, or if you're gonna go to 200 turns. I don't think there's any faction in the game that will force you to 200 turns, but I can see scenarios and things that can slow you down enough in order for you to go for 200 turns. But overall the change is, again, I do like the spawning sequence. I kinda like the buffs on the skinks and the Croxigors, although I don't understand why we're buffing units that were already strong. I don't want them to go away, but I would love if these things had something more alongside with the flyers. Like the flying units don't really have that many buffs. This is a little bit of armor piercing damage, and this is a melee attack. And, I mean, it's not enough to make the flying units be worth it. And the flying units, again, I keep saying that it is my favorite unit, especially for the Lord. Where are you? Give me the Repedactyl over here. This is amazing. This is one of the most amazing units in the game. I love the hero. I love the Lord. I love what he gives. I love the mount. I wish we could play with flyers. I wish Tic-Tac-Toe was making flyers unique. And I wish the technology tree was actually giving them some respect. I would have loved if the riders are with the beasts. Like on the beginning buff riders and then buff the beasts. Because all of them are beasts that are getting ridden, right? Pretty much all of them has someone on top of that. Except from the Ferals ones. Like the Feral Carnival doesn't have a skin on top of it. I think Coatls don't have either. And the Feral Dressorian, like this one. Yeah, except from the 3 or 4 feral ones, everybody else has a rider. Like even the big Dressorian, it has a whole colony on top of it. Like the Stegadons do have riders on top of that. The Bastiladons have riders on top of that. Even the... Does the Solar Engine have riders? I don't think so. No, the Solar Engine probably doesn't have riders. But the Engine of the Gods does have riders. So it would make more sense if this was in here... And you get like melee defense, missile resistance, that is nice. You get speed. You could implement this one, for example, and maybe that one on this technology. You get melee attack. You get melee attack. You remove that. Just drop the speed and the vigor loss reduction and maybe drop a little bit of weapon damage for the riders as well on this technology. This keep it as it is. This keep it as it is. But please bring back the riders. This is something that we missed. This is something that is huge. Like, you should be buffing units that are not that widely used. You should be giving people means to play with units that are not used to, not taking it away. This technology used to be 10%, but it was for every beast, everything. Small salamanders, flying units, Coatls. Actually, Coatls are still here. Riperdactyls, what was it? All the riders, everything that has a beast in it, other than the infantry, like the base infantry, was in this one. Now it is not. And on top of that, you lost that from the lords, from the lords as well. The Saurus did have that thing over here that was minus 20 for all of that. Now it's only for beasts. Like, why are you focusing on beasts? Why don't make things global? And we are buffing skinks, which were already too strong. They were already very, very strong on the previous patch. And now they have like an extra buff that gives them like, what, fear, I think? You get fear and melee defense. Like, they don't have enough. I had skinks with like 100 melee defense with the buffs on. Like, this thing has 62 melee defense. On the map. On the map. You don't even have to click anything. And I think they have a lord that has... Yeah, this one has both the tactician, that is 24, and another 24 from the stand your ground. This thing has 120. Actually, no. It has like over 100 melee defense if it stands near the lord. And if you have a Croxigor, you get another 5. This thing has more melee defense than aspiring champions. Disgusting. I love that. I love that. I'm not gonna say I don't. I love that. But why are we buffing already strong units? Do something like this for all the units. Where are the hunting packs? This is the only buff you give to the Razordons. Why? Why? They're an amazing unit. Salamanders are nice. Actually, Salamanders are probably better than Razordons. Yeah, they do have a little bit of AoE, but they have armor piercing, so choose, I guess. They also destroy large entities. I remember with 4 Salamanders, or 3, you can pretty much two-shot a dragon. If they shot like all of them shot twice, I think it was 3. If they shot like twice, they can destroy a dragon. Like straight up. Boom. It is nice. It is nice. They're a nice unit. But this is the only buff they're getting, and the stupidest thing, they're getting it on 30 plus turns. I have over like 100 is the base that everybody starts, so I had 240, and that's still 15 turns to get this technology. So it is probably like 34, 35 turns. On turn 35, you wanna be phasing these units away. Or if you wanna make these units viable and stay on turn 35, you need more buffs. You cannot have them stay with snipe. Like, this is nothing. This is nothing. Again, if I had to offer like my opinion on how I would do that, I would probably bring the riders on this tree. They work. Bring back the upkeep for everyone. That would mean they have a place to belong to. They have a place that somebody can play with riders. Now, I know you want to keep the riders like these riders. This, I would bring them over with the riders. Because this is effectively a cav unit. This is flying cav. Actually, it is a cav unit. It says it's a cav unit. This is not a cav unit, though. This is a missile cav. This is a little bit different. They don't really go into fight. Like, you're never going to drop a fireball into the fight. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna ever drop like a fireball or just straight up Pterodon Liders into a fight. Like, if they are out of ammunition and you're really struggling, maybe, but other than that, you're not gonna bring them in. And they don't even get that many buffs. Again, they get a little bit of armor piercing, a little bit of melee attack and speed, and that's it. This is just recruit rank. This is nothing. This, by the way, should have been the first technology, but sure. Again, why are we buffing strong stuff and we let so much potential go like to waste? It does go to waste. It does go to waste. Why do you buff them on the last? Again, I don't know. There's no way you can have on turn 3 or on turn 5. There's no way you're gonna have pretty much any of that. Actually, you might have the normal Bastiladons like these ones. You might be able to take the feral Bastiladons, but even that is gonna be difficult. On turn 5, it's probably gonna be difficult. So I don't know why you're buffing them that early. I should have moved them probably lower to the technology and maybe have the rest of the riders in. Or even the Razordons, just make some space for Razordons. They really need a buff. Flyers, they really need a buff. The Cav, I would buff them a little bit more. I don't know. It is not bad. It's just, it doesn't really fit with a lot of things, because if you're playing with this lord, you're most likely gonna buff the skinks. Like, the skinks get insane buffs. They get so many buffs. They have over 100 melee defense. Love that. I love that unit. I just love that unit. Somebody had a blessed one, didn't they? Wait, let me remove you. Somebody had a blessed one, I'm pretty sure of that. There you go. Ah, it's not maxed out. Damn it. No, it only has 55 melee defense. No. By the way, the blessed one has 11 more defense than the normal one. They're both on the same rank. Has 11 more defense. Oh my god, this is gonna be disgusting. Oh, overall, I do like the spawning sequence. Again, the faction plays better on the mid game, but worse on the early game. I don't like that. Technologies, I said that way too many times. We can go and do a lot of technologies very quickly. I do like the new spawning, the monuments, the alignment of monuments. I do like that. This is something that you really need on your faction. It is a lot of research rate, it is a lot of construction time. The only problem is research rate becomes quite useless if you research everything, and at this pace, you're gonna research everything. So I don't know. Is it bad? No. But you shouldn't be making reworks that you have to ask that question. Is it bad? You shouldn't be asking that question. The question you should be asking is how good is it? And the answer is not very good. I do like some things, I don't like some others. The technology doesn't really make sense to me. This is already too powerful and you buff it more. This was already powerful. I think you buffed it a little bit more, but I have a feeling they lost a little bit of missile resistance. I think Roxygors were getting some missile resistance alongside with... were they? I think they were getting something that they lost. I'm not sure. I have to check that. This, again, it is kind of nerfed, but it goes online much faster. And there are a few, unique ones like this one. This is nice. This makes... this makes the Ancient City of Contex one of the best settlements again for the Lizardmen, because on Warhammer 2 this was so powerful that even with all the negatives it just didn't make any sense not to get it, right? But now it is nerfed, but it can still work if you get the technology. Like in 2 turns, this is gonna be probably one of the best cities again for the Lizardmen. So it is nice. The 30% flat income from local province is insane on a province that has 4 settlements. Plus it gives 800 gold straight up, plus research rate. So this is a nice settlement, but I don't advise going up against Morathi early, even with Mundi, because you're not gonna have this early. You're gonna have this on roughly this turn, maybe even a little bit later. Actually, I don't know about later. Because if you play with Mundi, you can confederate easier. So, I don't know. But roughly the same time. Anyways, that was all for Gor-Rok. Overall, I have a feeling that the whole thing, the whole changes were okay now that I played again with them. I was great with Sotek, but again, I realized that... with Sotek, I was very pissed off by this because I replayed effectively Tachenoin, but what I didn't check was Tachenoin is very volatile on things that are happening on the map. He doesn't really have a line to go through, because the demons over here are gonna attack you, the scroll down here is gonna attack you. Like, Itza is pretty much the same every time. Yes, you do have some things that can change, like that can go up and down, but Tachenoin is so much of RNG because it's not only the map that affects you, it's also his pyramid. Like, if you get nice pulls from his pyramid early on, you're not gonna have a problem on the campaign. Doesn't matter how bad the campaign is going. Like, you can go and make effectively buildings be built for 0 gold if you are lucky enough by turn 20. If you just pull this lord, like this follower, the campaign is over. Like, this is so volatile for him. It's not a fair comparison. And I do remember when I replayed him after the patches, I was replaying him on the beta version of that. So this thing was not 450. This thing was 400 on the last level, but we had the nerf on the first level. They did change some numbers around. I think it was on Siege beta. They were testing the Siege beta plus the Lizardman update, if I'm not mistaken, or it was right after that. I'm not entirely sure. But there was like a beta version, and then they come in and they did rebalance some stuff. So now after the rebalancing, it does work. Mid-game Lizardman is probably stronger, but again, I would really, really advise to get this back up to 50. Like, you can leave the gold mines nerfed as they are. They were going up to, I think, 600, and they were starting on 300, so they're nerfed overall. But I would really advise at least the industry to go back to 200. Like, this is so big and it is so much gold all around the provinces that it's really, really needed. Like, you are struggling, especially if you don't see a lot of other Lizardmen, a lot of factions to do trades, a lot of factions to take non-aggression and join wars. You're really going to struggle. You really need that income, and I have a feeling Krogar is gonna be probably the worst of that. followed by tic-tac-toe. Tic-tac-toe has the Tomb Kings up here. He probably can do that unless they get obliterated by Scarbrand. But tic-tac-toe is most likely to a better place because you can send like a hero immediately to Lastria. So this is also an option. I didn't send anyone over there. That was bad by me, but it worked out in the end. It worked out in the end. Anyway, that was all for Gor-Rok. Overall, okay changes. I really like the spawn sequence. I don't like the others. The technology doesn't make sense. But I spoke about all of that way too much. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.